Okay, Herman Baca from National City, California, president of the Committee on Chicano Rights, CCR.
Mr. Baca, I want to ask you, how do we start a national movement? How can we start the national movement to reclaim the presence of the Raza Unida Party or a similar movement?
Well, the first question that has to be asked is, how do you get a solution if you don't know what the problem is? And that's where we're at historically. And in order to get an answer, so you can get a solution, you have to read history. You have to understand history. You know, the problem is that we start out with a concept and the organizers attempt to organize that concept. And, you know, for whatever reasons, and history will answer that, you know, you either fail or you succeed, or you just introduce a concept. You know, what we have here today are organizers. And organizers have got to go out and explain the history of our people, of our struggle, to the people, the masses of our people. You know, if you look back in not only in the history of La Raza Unida, but of the Chicano movement, you know, you will see that when we started in the late 60s, that we didn't, as a people, we didn't even exist to U.S. institutions. We were known as the silent, the invisible, the forgotten minority. You know, in other words, we were a minute minority. In 2012, we are posed to be the majority society in most of the southwestern states. In 2012, we number 50 million. By the year 2050, we will number 132 million people. And by the turn of the century, we will be the majority. So we have the critical mass that we didn't have in the late 60s. But that critical mass has to be educated, politicized, and organized, because number don't necessarily equate power, as one can witness in the history of South Africa, where 10% of the population ruled 90% of the population under apartheid. So the job for the organizers is to go out and teach our people the history that we're talking about here today, and those concepts and the reason for those concepts that still exist today. The only thing really that has changed since 1968, if you really want to be honest, is demographics. You know, unfortunately, you know, the change that we have seen has only benefited individuals, not the masses of our people, because we lack an infrastructure.
So we need to create infrastructure.
We need to create an infrastructure so we can get a mandate and a constituency from our people that will provide the necessary tools to build power, economic and political power, to control our destiny.
Okay, thank you.